We're live from CNN News 18 primetime studio, brought to you by Green Lamb Laminates. Viewers, the budget session got off to a fiery start today with Rahul Gandhi using the Telangana Caste Survey report that has just been concluded to first state that backward classes in this country were greater in number than currently presumed, and second, to claim that under the Modi regime they were being denied their due, and that more importantly they were not even being counted. From the word go, it became clear that aside from championing his own party's commitment to the cause of the backward classes by daring to carry out a survey so as to ensure equitable distribution of state resources, Rahul Gandhi was going to make it a point to get under the Prime Minister's skin, and he made a couple of jibes at the Prime Minister. In fact, one of them was personal from the moment the Prime Minister came and sat in the House. Viewers, Rahul Gandhi said, quote, "We have done a caste census in Telangana, and what we have found is shocking. Almost 90% of Telangana is either Dalit, Adivasi or OBC. I'm convinced that is a story across the country. I am convinced that the OBC population is not less than 50%. At the center of any new development paradigm for this country, which runs parallel with the production paradigm, is the participation of lower class OBCs, Dalits, Adivasis in the wealth of this country. If we look at the largest corporates in the country, none of them are owned by OBCs, Dalits or tribes. The architecture of a new developmental paradigm can only be built once the caste census in place on the table. There are OBC, Dalit and Adivasi MPs in the BJP, he went on to add, and he then turned to the Prime Minister and said, remember, you have 50% of the population and you have absolutely no power. I know you are sitting there and you can't even open your mouths. That is the country, that is the truth of the country, unquote. Listen in, viewers.
There are OBC MPs in the BJP. There are OBC MPs in the BJP. There are Dalit MPs in the BJP. There are Adivasi MPs in the BJP. Remember, you are OBCs, you have 50% of the population and you have absolutely no power. I know that you're sitting there and you cannot even open your mouth. That is the truth of the country.
The BJP didn't waste a moment to expose the contradictions they claim between Rahul Gandhi's words and the reality of his politics. Listen in, viewers.
Participation revolution in this country that we are going to bring.
Now, viewers, for those who may not be aware, the Telangana Caste Census claims that about 17.43% of all Telanganians are scheduled castes. Scheduled tribes are about 10.45%. The backward classes, excluding Muslims, are 46.25%. Backward classes Muslims are about 10%. If you put that all together, viewers, it comes to about 80-odd%. Open category Muslims are 2.48%, viewers. If Rahul Gandhi truly wants to walk the talk, then he will have to bridge the gap between his words and the reality within his own party and state government. Because as of now, it appears, viewers, that Rahul Gandhi is playing this caste card because he has realized that till the BJP is carrying the overarching Hindu vote, it's going to be difficult for him to win an election. And viewers, the BJP adds by saying that this is classic divide and rule, that his own ancestors, that his own predecessors have opposed caste census or even the continuity of caste. Those are, of course, arguable points, viewers. But if backward classes are indeed around 90%, will Rahul Gandhi begin by replacing Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, who is one among 7 ministers from forward classes in the 12-member Telangana cabinet? And viewers, as always, I bring you the hard facts. So the survey shows in Telangana that backward classes are about 90%. But then viewers, significant changes will have to be wrought within the cabinet to begin with in Telangana of the Congress party. Rahul talks about the largest corporates in the country. None of them are owned by OBCs and Dalits or tribes, but fails to explain why the Congress is commandeered by the Gandhis, who are self-proclaimed Brahmins. There's also no clarity on what basis Rahul Gandhi is promising to exceed the 50% quota cap when the SC, the Supreme Court that is, forbids it, viewers. Let me just break this down for you. What do we know? That the fact check, viewers, that the facts check this caste raga, this caste quota raga, excuse the pun, that Rahul Gandhi has been reciting in Parliament. As I told you, 12 ministers in the Telangana cabinet, CM among 7 forward caste ministers. So you can already see that the forward castes hold up to about 60% of all berths in the cabinet, viewers. That will have to significantly be reduced to 1 or 2. Either the chief minister has to retain it and the rest of these ministers have to forego them. Can Rahul Gandhi do that without upsetting the entire equation and risking backlash? 2 backward caste ministers there are only, 2 scheduled caste ministers and 1 scheduled tribe minister. These numbers will have to almost reverse. They'll have to be 10 between all of them. Now viewers, it's very interesting because the backward classes representation in the CWC is also a bit inadequate. Numbers have been put out, but they amalgamate Muslim and women presence in the CWC. So on the back of that, the Congress says, no, we're doing well. We have more than 50% of backwards even in the CWC, which is the Congress Working Committee, which is the highest apex body, really, viewers. And it is headed by Kharge, who is the president of the party, and also, of course, there's Sonia Gandhi. And as you know, viewers, de facto nothing moves in the Congress without the Gandhis' approval. Karnataka caste survey is still under wraps. Gandhi will have to explain why that is the case. Gandhi Brahmin background inconsistent with Jitni Abadi Utna Hak Cry. He says that corporates, companies, etc. at the apex have no Dalits, etc. Well, neither does the Congress. Many people say that is the biggest firm, private company in this country. No legal clarity on Rahul vow to exceed SC 50% quota cap. This is a very, very important debate because with this Telangana caste survey, Rahul Gandhi is now back in the caste game. He will say, look, I have done the survey. The BJP now must follow suit and do their survey and then distribute the resources of the state accordingly. There will be pressure on the BJP. Now, I want to open this up and I want to begin first with Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst. We also have Sumansi Raman, Dr. Raman. But let me first come to you, Mr. Poonawalla. This, the BJP says, is classic divide and rule, walk the talk. This is born out of desperation to split an increasingly unifying Hindu vote ever since Yogi Adityanath and the Prime Minister talked about ek hai, safe hai. The Congress lost 4 polls on the trot, or 3 polls on the trot. And now Rahul Gandhi is worried. So he's expedited this survey. Of course, the one in Karnataka remains buried because that's very tricky. The Lingayats and the Vokaliggas aren't interested in giving up their claims. So very conveniently, that's been put into the mothballs. Here, you are playing a little bit of a game. And this is all virtue signaling. You haven't backed it by intent. I'm asking you, given this survey, given the findings, should Revanth Reddy continue to be Chief Minister, Mr. Poonawalla?
Good evening, Rahul. Thank you so much for having me on the show. There are 3 or 4 aspects that you've raised. Let me answer each one of them individually. One, that yes, Telangana has just been released on Saturday. Once you go through those surveys, because as Rahul ji spoke in Parliament, that there are startling numbers in those surveys. Why just in those surveys? the Congress-led RJD and JDU survey in Bihar have also led startling numbers, where there are a lot of poor Brahmins, for example, in Bihar. So those will have to be implemented, and the Telangana government, since it's only been 2 or 3 days, will implement it. That's the promise of Rahul Gandhi ji. Your second question, the CWC may not have numbers exactly to what the OBC category is. However, they cross the 50% when it comes to the poor, the backward, the minorities, and that is the Congress's commitment from 80% for those who weren't there to now more than 50%, and obviously they will come to it. So it has to be a process, and the Congress has walked the talk. It's done its caste surveys. What's stopping the BJP from 2011, when the UPA was in power, and the BJP said, look, after 2014, release this caste census. Arun Jaitley ji said this on the floor of the House. Rajnath Singh ji, a BJP president, said this on the floor of the House. Post the BJP coming to government, Arun Jaitley ji, Rajnath Singh ji, and even Amit Shah ji have repeatedly said that this caste census will be released. The data errors have gone. The caste census is with the BJP. Why aren't they releasing the caste census of the Congress? Now, if done by the Congress government in 2011. Now, if this was a shadyantra, as you put it, to divide the Hindu vote, is what Arun Jaitley ji, Rajnath Singh ji, and even Amit Shah ji saying that we are doing the caste census, we will release it, also a shadyantra to divide the Hindu vote? Are they also dividing it? The fact of the matter is, Rahul, you cannot reach the poorest of the poor until you do a caste census. The caste survey, as you know, is limited because states don't have the constitutional right to do a census. That only the union government can do. So why doesn't the BJP, instead of attacking Rahul ji, put its money where its mouth is and do a caste census? Okay. Leave everything aside, prove Rahul Gandhi wrong, do a caste census. One last thing, just one last thing, and I will end there. The BJP, in its entire history, has had only one Dalit president. It's had no Dalit OBC president except one, and he was treated very badly, Bangaru Lakshman. The RSS has never had the Dalit OBC president. Never in the future will the RSS have it. The BJP as an organization will never allow them to come forward. And we're not talking about the Prime Minister and the Cabinet.
One second. Let me bring in the BJP. I just want to put it on record, viewers, that Tehseen Poonawalla didn't answer 3 basic questions I asked him. Should Revanth Reddy immediately quit now, step down? Should some of his cabinet colleagues who are from the forward caste also step down? The CWC is very evasive. He says, no, we are coming to it. Viewers, it's not Modi or Rajnath Singh or Amit Shah who have been banging on and on about the caste census for 5 years. It is Rahul Gandhi who has been doing it. How is it that the CVC has still not been reformed to reflect his concern for these backward classes? One can't understand. And thirdly, I asked him simply this, and I framed it also, viewers, in the introduction, about the CWC. Apart from that, Rahul Gandhi constantly questions the media owners, saying that none of them are Dalits or OBCs, that no corporates are owned by Dalits, tribals or OBCs, but he doesn't tell us how is it that the entire Brahmin clan of the Gandhis is sitting at the apex of the Congress and manages and are the CEOs and the MDs of the Congress. That's no response. We got no response. Why is the family still there? I don't understand. Directing everything from the back. Are they so patronizing as to think that OBCs cannot be trusted? Do they think OBCs are not capable? That they need to be almost fostering them? Viewers, these are questions that we weren't given answers to. So obviously the charge of hypocrisy still remains pretty applicable. But Shazia Elmi wants to get in and respond to Mr. Tehseen Poonawalla. Shazia Elmi, point by point. Yes. He's saying, where is your caste census?
Yep. So, okay, I want to start off, I mean, it's not a surprise really, because we all know what Congress party did to B.R. Ambedkar and how it ensured that Ambedkar loses, not once but twice. We all know what they did to Jagjeevan Ram and made sure that he never becomes so popular and is given the high seat because he would never be unseated. We all know what Congress party did to Sitaram Kesri and how badly he was treated by the party. So we know all of that. Now, you just mentioned CWC. I will mention NAC, the National Advisory Council, which was a real cabinet running Manmohan Singh government. Please find out how many Dalits and OBCs and members of scheduled tribes and scheduled castes are there. Now, let's forget about even the past. Let's not even go into Mandal Commission, which was put under the report, which was kept on the back burner for 10 years. Let's not even talk about Indira Gandhi in Jaat Padna Paat Par, Mohar Lagegi Haath Par. Let's not even go to Jawaharlal Nehru, who said that in getting Dalits and SCs, STs into power or into representation would ensure mediocrity. And we don't want a government of fools. We don't want a bureaucracy of fools. That's what he said. But let's not even go there. Let's just go just further. Today's what I think is the 3rd of February.
Yes.
15th of January, Karnataka state. And of course, I want to mention your brilliant tweet because Rahul, what you talked about Telangana, 7 out of 12 forward caste. Really shameful. And this is coming from Rahul Gandhi, who cites the example of Telangana. But I will move away because Telangana has been, I mean, you have crunched it and you've spelled it out and it's there on your Twitter line. You know, Rahul Shivshankar, I can see that. And you mentioned it too. But Karnataka, now 2015, caste census, done by Congress party, 160 crores spent. So imagine 10 years back, they don't table the report. This year, from 23rd of October, they've been planning to table the old report. But guess what? DK Shivkumar doesn't want it. Many Vokaliga and Lingayat leaders of the party don't want it. So they postpone again. Imagine all that matter comes to the fore this year and last year. And then they decide, no, we cannot do it. Let's adjourn it further. And Rahul Gandhi has no idea of his party's history, of this country's history, what's happening in his own governments.
Okay.
In Karnataka, in Telangana, makes a hue and a cry. So I think it's fairly hilarious. And I don't think Rahul Gandhi should be taken too seriously. There's another very important point. Rahul, if you can indulge me, it's very important. Do you remember, dismantling of Hindutva, that whole thing that was planned in Chicago and different capitals, state capitals in the US?
Yes.
And you know, Christopher Jaffreley was part of it.
Yes.
Can I tell you, before 21, before COVID, but Rahul Gandhi never talked about caste. And it was then this whole idea came and Christopher Jaffreley started and everybody started talking about how do you dismantle? And that's how the idea of caste census comes into the picture. Because how do you handle this?
Okay.
How do you handle a community getting together?
Okay.
So you break it.
There's a pathology.
You break it.
She
and
said
you
there's
can,
a
you
problem.
can check. You can
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. One second. Let me bring in first Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
Safe rahenge.
Okay. Safe rahenge is the big problem. Rahul Gandhi sees this as a big problem to Congress politics. Let me bring in Iyer Mitra. One second. Gentlemen, everybody, calm down. Let me just bring in Iyer Mitra, then Dr. Sumant Raman, and of course Ishkan Bhandari, who has to clarify a very important legal point. But Mr. Iyer Mitra, what do you make today of Rahul Gandhi's invocation of this Telangana census, turning to the Prime Minister and says, "Aap apna muh chupa rahe ho," and so forth, and all the BJP, OBC and SC and ST MPs have no power, that they know that they have been completely at some level or the other been cheated of their due, etc. So what do you make of this? Where is it coming from? What is the end?
Look, you made it very clear, Rahul, right at the beginning, that the Hindus in this country are consolidating and he wants to break Hindu consolidation. It's clear as night and day. But you know, this is the problem out here. He's talking about the caste survey in Telangana, but what is he going to do with the caste survey in Telangana? Is he going to implement it? Is he going to implement it across every educational institution and hiring out there? Second, how will the caste play if your religion isn't Hindu? All of these are things he will not get into. He does not want to get into the nitty-gritty because the moment he gets into that, it will affect his own voter base out there. Which is why all it really is a slogan. He wants the survey done. And if you went into the rest of the cluelessness of his speech in Parliament today, AI, look, the man, I mean, you saw during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, or rather Bharat Todo Yatra, the gentleman had no idea what blockchain was, what crypto was. Now he's showing he has no idea what AI is. What can AI do with a survey? An AI has to be trained to read a survey. You have to train up the AI for it to produce results. AI is not some pre-made thing that you just throw at it. Like, you know, you go ask a computer, you bring up the C prompt, Rahul, and ask the C prompt, what is your name? Is it going to reply? It is going to give you syntax error or something like that. You have to program it in C language to say, your DOS, to say, you know, my name is computer or something like that. It is only then that it comes out. This gentleman who's meant to be the youth icon of India, I mean, imagine a youth icon at 56 years of age. I don't dare call myself a youth, even though I'm 10 years junior to him. But anyway, youth icon, Mr. Youth Icon here, doesn't even know how to program a computer. He doesn't even know how AI works, but he wants to talk about AI applied to caste. Forget the AI. Just implement it in Telangana. Announce you're implementing the survey in Telangana. फिर दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा.
So that's a very good point. Dr. Raman, let's for a moment give Rahul Gandhi 100 or maybe even 110 out of 100 for producing this caste census. So I want to ask you, how will this translate on the ground in Telangana? Will Mr. Reddy have to sort of step aside? Will some of these cabinet ministers have to make way? This vision for a caste census lacks specific details, leaving all his objectives unclear, whether it's about quotas, resource distribution, or representation in decision-making roles. What is it exactly? What are we supposed to take away? Or we have to wait for AI to deep analyze it and then come up with some formula? I mean, what is going on here? Is he pulling the wool? And why isn't he then bringing it in Karnataka? And what about Himachal?
Okay. Rahul, I hope you'll give me a minute to sort of explain this whole thing.
Time. No problem.
As far as AI is concerned, Rahul Gandhi is absolutely right. You need every single state government has some level of caste data which is available within them. Some of them may be 10 years old, some of them may be 15 years old, some of them may not even be accurate as far as today's statistics are concerned. But data in substantial quantities is already available. So we are not talking of, where is the training data going to come from? There is enough and more data which is already available. So as a concept, what Rahul Gandhi said is absolutely right.
No, if there was, hang on, Dr. Raman, if there was data, why are we all being asked to spend lakhs and crores on a caste census?
That is because, first of all, there is a concept of a regular census which has been halted in this country. Right. So that itself is not done. Why has it not been done from 2020?
Because in 21, sir, there was COVID, and now the movement has been. Well, it's happened. It's been the notification is going on. Notification is going
on. 4 years later.
Okay.
1 minute. One second, Rahul. Let me make this very clear point.
Make it.
This is an NDA government which is aptly sort of using the abbreviations there. No data available. So if you want to give any kind of affirmative action, it needs to be based on data.
Fair enough. So what is he going to do with this data? That's the question, the central question. There are people...
I don't want to look at the data.
No, but Dr. Raman, there are people tuning in right now from Telangana. They want to know, what is Rahul Gandhi going to do with this data? Is he going to indulge in resource distribution? Is he going to take from the rich and give to the poor? Number one. Is it about quotas? Is he going to expand quotas, shrink them for X and Y, expand them from W? Is he going to make representation in government, in his party, in his cabinet? How is he going to do it? What is he going to do?
Telangana already has a Dalit Deputy Chief Minister. I do not know whether you are aware of it.
We are all aware of it, sir.
They have a Dalit Deputy Chief Minister.
Why shouldn't there be a Dalit Chief Minister?
1 second.
90% are backwards.
Why? What about Charanjit Channi in Punjab when he wasn't
No, sir, I'm asking you. What about Telangana? Is Revant Reddy going to go then? Should he go?
Former Chief Minister.
So then if there is a precedence, should Revant Reddy be... No, so I'm asking you, if there is precedence, sir.
Why is this logic that only if the Chief Minister is replaced immediately...
I'll tell you why. Because today there was a Kerala MP who was attacked. No, hang on. I'll tell you why. Because today there was a Kerala MP, Gopi. You know him? Mr. Gopi Suresh. Yes. Yeah. So what happened? He said that, look, it would be a travesty. Why can't we ever have, and these are his views, not mine, I don't subscribe, whatever. I put the caveat, I'm just giving you his views. He says, well, why can't there ever be the head of the OBC or Backwards Commission? Why can't he be from a person or she be person from an upper caste? Yeah. And everyone went after him saying it's so politically incorrect. If it's so politically incorrect, why is Revant Reddy a forward caste, the Chief Minister of Telangana, sir? If it's politically incorrect.
Let me tell you what multiple backward class commissions that have been appointed
answer this question. I'm giving you now a straight analogous.
Maybe.
I'm asking you, if Gopi Suresh can be attacked for the so-called mistake he made.
1 second, very simple, Rahul. The logic is extremely clear. If there was a leader who enjoyed the confidence of the majority of the MLAs, Revant Reddy happened to lead the party to victory.
So
Revant
you're
Reddy
saying
was
that
one of
where
the
it matters,
reasons why-
you're going to have
Not at
Brahmins
all.
and forward castes.
He is-
In the
he is
Congress,
deputy.
because the
He is
owner of the
given-
Congress must be a Brahmin, everyone
There
else, of course, must
there is-
change their
no,
corporate structures
not
to
at
put
all.
Dalits,
Not
etc.
at all.
Everyone else is bad. The Congress party is right, the Gandhis are right. Is that what you're saying?
Not at all. Not at all.
Because
All
that's
I'm
what it
saying
appears
is,
like.
First of all, this opposing saying that we do not want data at all.
No,
to
I'm
make
not talking
decisions.
about that, sir. And
That's
neither
it.
is the
Class
BJP.
census.
The BJP,
No,
you
Rahul-
heard Shazia Ilmi
Rahul-
from
Rahul
Mr.
Gandhi,
Jaitley.
Why are they doing it?
No,
Why
okay,
are they
wait.
doing it?
Now,
Why are they walking the talk?
Okay, let me bring in Ishkan Bhandari.
What- if-
Ishkan
if-
Bhandari
why
is
are
a
they
very
doing
good,
that?
is a
What's
very
stopping
good
them
buster
in Karnataka?
of, 1 second, of hypocrisy. So, Ishkan Bhandari, listen to this, lawyerly argument. Okay, I asked a simple question. I said, Suresh Gopi is being attacked these days for making a statement that why is it that in these particular commissions, backward commissions, etc., we can't have an upper caste person. So everyone said, obviously, what kind of a person are you? You are a casteist, you are an oppressor, you are in favor of Brahminical patriarchy and so forth, you must go. We must remove you. When I asked the same question, that, listen, why is a forward caste going to be chief minister of a state where there are 90% backward classes? I am told that you can't compare apples with oranges. I don't know, I'm comparing apples with apples here now. Now, one. Two,
Absolutely.
most importantly, Mr. Bhandari, which is an important case, then the reason I'm asking for specifics is because there is a Supreme Court judgment. You know it better than I do. 50% cap. Explain. How does this work?
Rahul, it is not to be seen only from the lens of law. I'll come to that because there is a larger problem here.
Yeah.
Ideas of one is Bharat and then the idea of India union, which can be dissembled. So what you do, and you see this playing out in politics, divide north versus south, east versus west, and we have seen the rhetoric. Divide Hinduism into various caste groups because the only group which should be united is the one community which will vote for you en masse. Then, even worse, divide Bharat into different languages. AI, if it has to be applied, nowadays language is not a barrier. Instant translation happens, instant subtitles happen. People are loving movies made in the southern part of India, which are becoming a bigger hit than Bollywood. But instead of that, appreciating that, you are trying to create language divide. So on everything, you want to create a divide, and this is nothing in furtherance of that. Now let's come into the micro of it. Micro is, where is the political power? It is with the Nehru-Gandhi Parivar even today. Forget OBC, Dalit. Is it even divided into any other caste, even a general caste? When you talk about dividing the resources, there was a time when Mrs. Sonia Gandhi had one huge house bigger than the Prime Minister's house. Mr. Rahul Gandhi had another house. Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra had another third house without even being an MP at that time. Had an appropriate division of resources. Why did you not talk about it then? Or when you talk about all the assets and all the facilities they have, even companies like Young India, if you see the caste composition of how they took over National Herald and what is the caste composition of people who are in Young India, you will be surprised and you will be having to search to find a Dalit or OBC. So that is all the problem. Now when we come to the law is very clear. It has been settled. You cannot take it to an extent. You destroy all opportunities for anybody except the prism you want to promote. And those judgments have stood the test of time. But the only reason is not because you have a legal solution or you have a plan. The only seems to be, जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं रहता फैला दो, सरकार को संभालना है, उस फैले हुए रहते में हमारा कुछ benefit हो जाएगा because they have no plan.
Okay, so very quickly, I don't have much time. I need to move on to another debate. Tehseen Poonawalla, can a forward caste be a chief minister of Telangana under the present circumstances after this survey has been conducted? One. Two, please answer this question. Can Gandhis who call themselves Brahmins be the head of the biggest corporation, Young India, for example, as Ishkan Bhandari has said, and also by extension, the Congress party in a certain paradigm? Just these two questions, please answer yes or no, or would they be hypocritical?
Join the party and contest against
I got
them
no
and throw them
answers
out.
to when the BJP would do the caste census.
There you go.
I've got a wrong answer that the 50% cannot be extended. Please, I will answer it. A lot has been said, including about Priyanka ji. I don't have the time to counter it because I won't get that time. So please allow me. Priyanka ji was an SPG protectee. Number of times she said to take away the house. That's why she got the house. Her father was martyred, blown away to pieces, smithered. But let me come to the point that I want to raise. The president of the Congress party is a Dalit, Kharge ji. The Congress has had multiple Dalit presidents. The RSS has had none. The BJP has had one who was ill-treated. The question is, can the BJP bring around the reforms? The question is not on the Gandhis. Curse the Gandhis as much as you want, you're free to do that.
Yeah.
Answer the question when is the caste
constantly
census coming?
kicking the
That's all I'm
ball,
asking.
kicking the ball in someone else's court, not leading by example, and that's the reason why, viewers, the Congress finds itself in the position that it has and being rejected by the voters. They brought this entire bogey up before the Lok Sabha elections. People didn't vote for them. They ended up with 100. Of course, Rahul Gandhi today got up in Parliament and said, we won the election in 2024. That's what he said. We won it, by the way. Anyhow, viewers, that's a completely different story. Let's move on because viewers,